Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Rani Rohra, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting this FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we only hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulae for many. And this is what we aim to achieve with these sessions that are gathering of leaders and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such highly acclaimed name on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Mr. Mahadevan Iyer. Having worked for over 4 decades across senior roles in various industries, namely facility management, oil and gas, financial planning and procurement, contracts and project management, logistics, public-private partnerships, and handling responsibilities like business development, planning human resources, facility management, outsourcing management, administration, risk management, and a lot more. He is a true veteran with multiple specialties. At present, he is designated as the head of corporate services at SunTec Business Solutions.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to talk to you, Rani.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. So to start with, sir, you have a BSc degree in electrical engineering. However, you have worked for non-technical, non-engineering fields. What is it that made you change your career path early on? And was it a good move you made?
Good question. Well, I had my BSc engineering in electrical discipline, if you see my profile. I remember, I think I am the last batch of a Bachelor of Science in Engineering before the Bachelor of Technology came into the, the whole Indian education scenario. So basically we had a syllabus or a curriculum, created with science as the background and engineering as the specialties, apart from mathematics, economics, and other aspects of a business, basically. So for me, this Bachelor of Science in Engineering, after that degree, I didn't mean to go to an exclusive engineering line at that time itself, because I was very much interested in getting into multiple discipline and multitasking activities, basically. So that was one thing which I have been experiencing right after my education with my career development. So I had my initial career, appointment in Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, which is one of the major industries at that time. And I was put into a department, a maintenance department, where I had to see a 24/7 operations on the maintenance. So probably this maintenance, the services aspects of any industry got really budded at that time in me. So I just wanted to grow in that line. And early 90s in India, the concept of facilities management was brought in by many multinationals. I would name them a few, like Jones Lang LaSalle, CB Richard Ellis, Knight Frank. These kind of multinational companies came to India with the idea of setting up facilities management industries at that time. So late 90s, it just really got up, very, very hot in the industries. When in early 2000s, when the IT boom came in, when more IT industries, IT facilities came to India, we wanted those facilities to be managed in a world-class manner, because most of the jobs were of outsourcing in nature. They wanted to have the facilities run in the same pattern, either in US or UK or any other countries, basically. So I was more attracted towards managing these facilities management, and I was just getting transformed into a services person, basically, a well-trained services person, just from the maintenance, just from a maintenance aspect to the complete integrated facilities management aspect. So that was one of the reasons I was not too much focusing on the hardcore technology. For example, with my base qualification, electrical means hardcore electrical. I was just getting expanded into many technical aspects of the facilities management, then the soft services, then the general administration, then managing the outsourced services at various levels, basically. So that was the transformation I had from the engineering to the non-engineering. And my career got developed in multiple industries in that proportion. Even when I was into the oil and gas sector, specifically, I was into the facilities management of that oil and gas sector, including the specialized recruitments, specialized trainings, etc., etc. So there, from the engineering to non-engineering movement, this happened throughout my career in that fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, sir. Great knowing it. And actually very great knowing that, you were the last, your batch was the last one where a BTech actually came into existence.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, right. Moving ahead, sir. What part of your role do you enjoy the most? You have done so many things.
Yeah, it's a
so
very...
there should be one baby, my baby, this is what I like the most.
It's a very difficult question to answer, pinpointing one part of the job.
Okay.
But see, some of the basics things we were taught in in our engineering degree, probably these times also those things are taught, but then people where I have or my colleagues had focused on certain aspects like control systems. See, control systems give you a completely process-oriented delivery. So it all started from there. So I like my job basically putting the whole thing into a process-driven activity, whatever the business line is, like whether it is a marketing line, whether it is a purely operation line, or it is a strategic planning side, so I like to put the whole thing into a process-driven activity. So that is the major thing I like in my role as such. So apart from that, yes, facilities management was the major subject which I was liking. If you see my career growth, almost about 20 years I was into that. I became an expert, especially driving the facilities management through taking it through the technological supports, getting into a technical kind of computer-aided driven activity. So those things also I enjoy. Even now I am enjoying, I am improving with that. The present technology is coming into that. The third thing I always enjoyed was to teach the people, basically to bring up the people to that level, of knowledge, handling the knowledge management of the people. So giving them the experience what I have earned the whole 40 years of my career. So all that gives me immense pleasure in getting into my role.
Okay, great, sir. That's really great to hear. Moving on, sir.
Yes.
When did you develop the interest in ESG? So basically, maybe you could give your instances in your entire career. You definitely must have felt the need, and as India has progressed, over the period of time, we know that there are many good initiatives which the government has taken. So
yes.
Yeah, if you could share this with some examples or some instances.
Yeah. See, the ESG under a complete framework, it's a very recent development, I think.
Correct.
So know that, not too many years.
Yeah.
It's just taking its refined shape in these times, basically.
Yes.
We had, especially in our building management, which is related to the facilities management or property management, what you say, or into the oil and gas industry facilities management. We had a term called EHS.
Okay.
I trust you understood that. EHS is environment, health and safety of the whole business, basically. So EHS was always a part of our life, throughout, whether it is oil and gas industry or outsourcing industry or building management industry. EHS was all this thing. So now the EHS connection had, taken shapes with all the stakeholders coming into that at that time even. Like, for example, a vendor or people working behind that, or a support technology coming into that. So we used to have that EHS activity injected into that. So ESG was very easy for me to get into, basically, apart from the environment when it comes to the governance and the social activities, basically. Governance was always an attraction to me, because when I've been, as I told you earlier, I always have been a process-oriented person. So governance is an important module to be looked at in terms of how do you put how do you write processes for everything, A to Z.
Correct.
So you are clear, it is very transparent with the business owners as well as the business colleagues works with you. That will help us. So governance also had come in very handy to me due to this streamlining of processes in all business. Social, of course, you interact with many social activities, and those things also have to be brought under the umbrella of ESG. So that's what is happening. And in this industry where I have been associated, ESG compliance has been a major subject raised by. See, ours is a fintech industry where I am connected with a fintech industry. So we have got about 150 clients as of now. And we have prospects clients also to the tune of around 25, 30, very well-valued blue chip clients. Now, ESG compliance is a demanding subject now. So you just cannot escape from that. If you want to participate in an RFP, you need to have the ESG in place. So this is, so for many industries, I'm not talking about fintech alone. Most of the industries, ESG is a demanding kind of thing. So since I was traveling along with that, and this has come in this place, it has given me immense pleasure to get into this ESG. So I also started focusing on that. Right now, I am taking the lead in my organization, to get this compliance done. We are on a very fast track mode on that.
Okay, right, sir. Great. Nice to know this, sir. Going ahead, are there any 3 pieces of advice you would like to share with our viewers today? Okay.
Yes, sharing the experience of of mine definitely have inspired many people. At least I would say that around 50 and odd managers have become by this time, into the very senior leadership team, those who work with me. One thing I can share that, one should be open, and risk taking in exploring various domains in their career. This is one thing which you can see from my travel. So I've been into various domains basically. So that has given me a stronghold confidence in managing the ESG even, because say you want to walk into a boardroom without the multiple domain knowledge or multiple domain experience, probably you may have to put in more efforts to learn these things at the subsequent hours basically. So so one thing is, as I said, take some risk and explore multiple domains. Second thing is that what I have experienced is you need to be a hands-on man in don't get into the peripheral knowledge. Basically, as I said, when you get into the streamlining of processes and making strategies, automatically you get into that. So get into a hands-on experience, which will definitely help you in your career growth, as well as dealing with the eventualities or advising properly to your colleagues in the right direction by narrating your experience basically. So you will be able to do that only when you experience those. So that's the second thing which came to my mind. And thirdly, the learnings, keep learning many things. Even after a 40 years of long career, I am learning now the ESGs and connected. I'm attending seminars, I'm attending webinars, and so the continuous learning is another thing which out of the 3 what you asked,
right.
Yeah.
Right, sir. Nice. What technological changes have you seen in your career-long journey? What changes do you foresee with the implementation of IoT, blockchain, AI, ML, etc.?
Yeah. Very, very, very relevant question, because I started my career in the early 80s, where technology, especially the computer technology, was just coming in. We never knew what to do with a computer at that time. So, like for example, I just started working on DCM Tandy machines. Probably you may not have seen, or these generations may not have seen those Tandy machines, DCM Tandy machines. Then it came, as centralized computerized system and terminals. Then the technology, Microsoft technology came in early 90s. The Windows, otherwise we were working with WordStar, DOS, and what was the equivalent to that Excel?
We had something known as VP Planner.
VP Planner, spreadsheets and other things. So we were undergoing that, and Windows 95 came, which was very user friendly. So I was always traveling through that technological platform, which has come to a junction at this point of time. AI is the one. So your company is trying to digitize everything. So go for a complete digitized platform in each and everything. So you're bringing in AI, or you are bringing in ML into that. So my journey has been, it was very good for me. So I got into the technological platforms, especially into the telecommunication platform, then the your mobile phones, which are helping in everything now. So even in this fintech industry, where we manage the revenue management cycle and banking support, banking financial institution support platforms, we have telecommunication is a part and parcel of that, so the revolution which came into the communication platform. So I've undergone all those things, and I'm enjoying it really.
Okay, nice. Nice knowing this. Now, sir, since you are an ESG certified corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Yeah, as I said, I think the first thing I bring values to the table is the customer needs, basically. The client, the client is always
correct.
Correct.
The client is
I think some Mahatma Gandhi's version is there. The client is the super. You need to give everything to him. So if you are into the ESG platform, ESG compliance, the clients may not have to struggle too much with your company. Being a service provider or a product provider or a partner to anyone, you don't have to struggle too much with them. You are compliant with the ESG, so you don't have to struggle too much in satisfying the clients, or clients also do not have to bother about it. So we have to build, we have to sow seed to bring in many ESG personals into your organization. Yeah. Right.
Okay, sir. So coming to my next question, and which is the last question. We are building FaceTime with Leaders community for cross-pollination of knowledge and the community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. So what are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole development team?
Yeah, see, the association with World Development Team, that DI, has been, this has been tremendous, for me. I've been closely watching their modules, even though I'm yet to complete those modules. But the experience is awesome, and especially the roles what they take, in spreading this and building the people, under this kind of framework. commendable, because this is a fragmented sector basically. If these experts can be brought under some nice framework, and I'm sure government is also paying attention for such people. So they are giving good messages. They are acting very good, and I commend those their performances very, very low.
Thank you so much, sir. It really means, I really appreciate your kind words. That was a fantastic conversing with you. And I'm confident that your insights will inspire the future leaders, sir. Thank you, Mr. Iyer, for joining us today. Wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded their participants' understanding and enriched their minds.